Hello, this is Lee Hamilton. Today I'm going to be talking about the GeoMax Zipp 10R Pro. Okay, so how do you import points? If you've watched the export video, it's basically the reverse of export. First thing you got to do is have some points that you want to import. Maybe the company has emailed you some points you need to stake out for construction staking, or you've got some pins you need to set or look for. You've put those points onto this data stick already, and then you insert it into the gun right here at the USB port, and then you're at the root screen. Next thing you want to do is go to menu, go to page 2. You can see I'm on the main menu, page 2. I'm going to go down to data transfer. So F3 or 7. So if I hit 7, now I'm in the data transfer, import and export. What I want to do is import points. Now if you've already created the job, let's say that you don't have any points on this job, they're on your data stick, but you've created the job in the gun. You're basically going to have to either override it or go ahead and delete that and then come back to this step. So I'm going to show you what happens when you have to override it. So let's go to import. Oh, I will say this, if you have points in there already and then you're importing points, let's say you've located all day long and then the office did some calculations and you need to stake out a couple of pins. If you import these points with that same job number, you're going to delete all of your shots. So make sure that you're calling this something else. And then once you find that pin, if you're staking out that pin or something, and you find that pin, you got to open up this other job and then locate it in that same job if you want it to be exported on the same file. So it is a little cumbersome to work with the data that way. It doesn't really work seamlessly between the two. So let's go ahead and import. We're using the USB stick. We are going to the instrument and we're doing a single file. We don't have any options to change here. Okay, the file name that I'm going to import, see, it's telling me to select the file. So I'm going to import because I want to overwrite this one right here. This is what I was working with earlier. Alright, now what is the job name I'm going to create or put it under? So if you just want to create a new job or call a file pin setter or something, if you're just setting some pins and not delete your other data, you can rewrite that here just by typing. But I'm going to go ahead and select this, and it's going to say, hey, that file already exists. Do you want to rename it, the job that I'm creating now, or do I want to overwrite that file? So I want to overwrite it. Alright, and then I get to choose how are these files formatted in here. The values are comma separated. They're in US feet. I'm going to start at line 1. Now if you knew there were headers on there, if you don't know what headers are, refer to the exporting video and that will explain headers. You can go down here and select line 2 if you know there are headers in the file, because you don't want the file the headers. It will confuse this thing. So I don't have headers. So I'm going to clear that, put in 1. Go down to page 2. Just want to confirm that my misspelled first is going to be point ID, and then second is northing, easting, and then height, and then, oh yeah, it does not import codes. So any code attributes you have, they're going to be gone. So if your company isn't giving you a point sheet and they're just giving you codes and you're trying to stake out by code names, you don't have that with this gun. So make sure you communicate that with the people giving you the points so that you're able to do your job effectively. Okay, so let's hit OK. We're ready to go. And it brought it in 5 points. I don't want to transfer more data now. But now I can look at this. Let's see, I'll go to data collect and select job. You can see I am inside test. I'm going to escape out of that. I'm going to go down to, I'm going to escape out of that again. I'm going to go to Data Manager and let's look at the points and make sure it imported them. I'm going to do known points because even though I had observed them earlier, once you import them from here, they're no longer observed points. Now they're known points. Yep, that's the job. So there we go. Number 1. Number 99. 1,000th off once I did the resection. Okay, so the points are in there. That's how you import points. You ready to get started? You can set up a station, you can start staking stuff out, or you can start locating, whatever you want to do. That's how you import points with the GeoMax Zipp 10R Pro.